Hi there, we're here in December, the last market update of the year 2025. So let's take a look and see what the market in El Paso has for us in December. As a reminder, these numbers come from GEPAR, the Greater El Paso Association of Realtors. They put out month over month. So we're looking at numbers here in December for what happened in the month of November. So something real interesting that we noticed, or we could see from the numbers, is median sales price for the month of November last month was 266,975. Okay, the month prior to that, October, it was about 274 and change. So that's a big difference. That's a 2.9% increase. It looks small, 2.9% decrease in the market, but dollar amount wise, it's quite a bit. There's a difference in the dollar amount. It makes a difference in somebody's pocket. We have been seeing homes sit in the market for a little bit longer. We are seeing a big increase in price drops. So just consider that the market is changing. It's slowed down quite a bit. It hasn't picked up, but that usually causes a price adjustment and to dip. So that's a median sales price. I don't foresee, like, it's not crashing. It's not going to cause a big change in the market. What I have been telling people, if you're a home buyer this month, last month, this month, probably early next year, there's this kind of sweet spot where there's an adjustment happening in the market. And I think as a buyer, you have a little bit of an advantage, and you could probably get a good deal. You can negotiate things and not have a lot of competition, right? On the other hand, what we have been seeing in the market, the numbers don't tell us this, I could tell you probably 1 out of 5 homes that we work with has a multiple offer scenario. It's an interesting market. It's price point specific. It's specific micro market, like a different subdivision, different areas are a factor. So consider that whenever you are looking at a house, you're waiting. This time of the year, this next few months, it's gonna be a sweet spot. If you don't move, if you're ready to move and you're not moving, you're gonna kind of regret it later in the year. I could see that happening. And then going to close sales, something that happened too. It links back to why prices are a little bit lower. There's been less sales. The price drops about 15%, 593 closed sales for the month of November. So that's lower than the previous month. It's kind of normal because of the time of the year for there to be a drop, but there's a lot of other factors happening. We're still seeing the uncertainty with the economy, uncertainty with government reform. There's a lot of things that are causing uncertainty, and I think people have put the brakes. The next one here is active inventory. That's also down. So not a lot of homes sold, but not a lot of homes came on the market. Active inventory was 3,045 homes. That is down about 5.8%. Now that is changing. Just to give you a foresight for December, we are seeing an influx of listings coming. People are getting ready. Even if the holidays are upon us, we are seeing that people are getting ready to list. People are listing homes. I'm seeing more and more homes come on the market, at least in our office. Also, when I check the MLS, there's a little bit more inventory coming up. That's going to start accumulating. So it's going to alleviate the demand a little bit. There's going to be more options for some buyers. And again, in different areas, different price points. Give an example. If you're looking at Far East Side, Horizon area, there's more options for you. You're looking at something central, Upper Valley, West Side, it's a little bit tight. There's not a lot of homes out there right now. That's something you want to consider when we look at these numbers, is that there's still the city, there's a national market, local market, and then there's micro markets in different parts of town, different subdivision that change. And you have to be in the know of what's happening in that specific market. That's where a good agent comes into play, of course. And consider that when making an offer. Don't go based off of the numbers I'm talking about today. Consider the micro markets in the city. Another number that's very interesting, this one's pretty flat. Days on market is 31 days. Okay, so like I've been saying, I just told you homes are sitting, but then they're really sitting, are they not sitting? Because 31 days is a very fast market. Things are moving fast. Things are moving fast, and I say, if there's a house that you like, is a good price, or if you go look at the house and then there's a line of people at the door, or if you go look at the house and there's other people looking at it, you probably are going to be in a multiple offer scenario. And that's what these nice homes in the good areas or high demand areas, they sell pretty fast, and that's what keeps keeping that days on market number low. The next number, median sold homes, that number is also pretty flat, came down just a tad, and it's at $159 per square foot. Okay, this is a number it goes hand in hand with median sales price, should be low down if median sales price is down. That's the case for this month. Other times it's been flipped, but that's the case this month. So it's another indicator of what's going on. You look at the median price per square foot when you're looking at same subdivisions, right? If you look at different subdivisions in different parts of town, that number could vary as well. And then the last number here is new listings. 697 new listings. That's down almost 30% from a previous month. Again, it's from November, October, November. The market, we see a slowdown in October and November, and then we see an uptake in December. So my prediction is for December, we're going to see an increase in new listings. So we'll check that next month. It's kind of common for our market in El Paso. The holidays don't really slow us down. A lot of people say that, but if you are a realtor that's working in the business full time, you're going to see you're busy. We're busy. The phone's ringing. People are calling. People want to list. People want to buy. And people that do call us are serious. People that are looking are serious. If you're going to make a move during this time of year, you're serious. So business is happening. We're not in a market where we have really bad weather, like 3-4 inches of snow. We don't have really cold climate. It's really nice. Today is December. It's like 63 degrees out there. So you want to consider that when you're looking to move to El Paso. And our market doesn't slow down, and December is actually a really good month usually for real estate. So those are the numbers from GetBar. Let's talk about what's going on in the national space, what maybe could happen next year. What we're seeing is, and I've looked at different sources and different things, but there is going to be an increase percentage-wise in sales next year. So it's probably the first year in the last 3 years that we're going to see a substantial jump in the number of homes that are sold. So that's something to consider for both buyers, sellers, investors. You're going to see that happening. The rates, I don't foresee the rates changing too much. There's a lot of noise around that, but I do see they're going to be stable. They might drop just slightly, but not enough to make a difference in people coming off the woodworks to buy houses. So it's going to be a more stable market. I also do foresee there's going to be a lot of changes legally, with forms, with stuff in the real estate industry that you might see some agents leave the business. I think some agents are going to be leaving the business. There's always new agents that come into play, but just consider that as well. When you're working with an agent, you want to I always tell people, you want to interview them, tell them what their strategy is, find out if they're working in this business full time, their experience, interview the agent you're working with, and if their plan is not to be here for long term, might not be a good person to have on your team when you're making a big purchase. So always interview, always talk to the agent you're going to work with to find out what their plan is and how they're going to serve you, of course. So that's kind of what I predict a little bit happening this next year. I don't see myself as a super real estate genius and economist knowing what's going to happen, but that's just my taking the pulse of what we're seeing in the market today, what we're seeing in the market lately. I do see things lining up in real estate as well. People are getting ready. People are prepping their homes to list. People are prepping themselves financially to buy. So that's showing that the economy is probably getting a little better. It's more stable. Inflation is down. So that's why I'm predicting that next year the market's going to be a little bit more active than it was in the last 2 years and this year. All right. So that's my take for the real estate market. Hope you enjoyed the market updates this year. We'll see you again next year in January. Hope you have a great Christmas season.